Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Excellency, all of the judges of this event Maliki English Festival 2022, and honorable all of the committees who held this event Maliki English Festival 2022, and unforgettable all of the participants in this big event Maliki English Festival 2022. First of all, let's thank to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who has given us mercies, blessings, and spirit so we can on this beautiful event. Secondly, may salawat and salam always be presented to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has brought us from the darkness to the brightness. Hello, brother and sister. Let me introduce myself. My name is Andromeda Bintang Timur, and I come from Sma Darul Ulum 1 Senior High School in Jombang City. Today, I want to tell you about how important English for our life. Hello, brother and sister. As we know, English has an international language. Many people use English for international interaction. And nowadays, people can as easily export their product widely. For the example, you can export your product inter-country and abroad. You can export your product from Indonesia to Mexico, America, and Europe. It explains people will use English as their way of trading because they come from different countries and also use several languages. So English is important in the field of business. Not only in field of business, happy brother and sister. English is so important in the field of technology. In this era, technological development is very rapidly. Many new technology use English language as their default language. For the example, like computer, handphone, and house tool, and many other technology use English as their default language. It's supported by several data showing that 19.4% of 10 million sites in internet use their default language. It explains English has very widely understanding by all people in this world. And in this era technological development, we can communicate with each other as easily, not only in city and other city, but also in other country. For the example, I can communicate with other people in America, Mexico, Europe, Germany. And the way of communication is need a language. And a language use it as an English language. I do some research that's showing that English has become lingua franca or intermediary language in international interaction. This is supported by data. Show it that more than 700 million people in this world use English as their second language, and more than 15 million people is an English speaker. So it explains that English going a widely understanding by most of people in this world. Happy brother and sister. Me, as a student, will talk about how important English in field of education. For the example, now in many schools in Indonesia use English language as teaching language. So if you talk with your teacher and your teacher explains your material like a physics, mathematics, chemistry, and social, use English for teaching you. So English in the field of education is so important. And this way is quite effectively to become understanding of student of material. So English in the field of education is so important, my brother and sister. Not only in field of education, in the field of company, now many companies have a requirement that English is very important to attracting employees their company. This because many companies think English is a fundamental things that must be mastered and understanding by all people in this world. So, English is important for us not only in technology, education, but also in the company field. So, let me elaboration. English is important for us. So, we as millennials must have to start learning English starting from now. Many ways can we use from learning English. For the example, we can use learning English from our gadget. Oh guys, many people now have a gadget. We can download an application learning English in our smartphone and starting a learning English language. Not only in mobile phone. We can also do a cool thing like watching movie or listening music. It can also practice our language. And the important things when we learning English is with a direct practice. We can talk with other people use English, and we can have a dialogue with our friend use English. So, brother and sister, let's start learning English from now. I think it's all from me. Thank you for your attention and listening. I apologize for my mistake. I'm Andromeda Judge Bintang Timur. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.